Hi there, and welcome to Rose Sky Tarot. Now, this reading is for the sign of Capricorn for the 24th of December 2018. Now, it's a general reading, so it may not suit everyone, but hopefully there's a message in here just for you. Enjoy! Okay, let's have a look at these top cards. Now, before I start, I was shuffling the deck before I started to tape this for you, and I was just about to begin your reading, and the Strength card fell out in the upright. And I took a note of it and I thought that I would bring it into the reading. And then I went on to, at the bottom of the deck, at the end of the reading, brought these three cards out as an indicator of what the reading was going to be about. And this was the fourth card at the bottom of the deck. So the Strength card just came out for you twice in this reading, so I thought it was important to include it. Okay, so that's why there's a wee extra sitting there. All right, let's get started. I'm going to move this down a little bit. There we go. It's better. So, we have the Magician, we have the Tower, we have the Empress, and we have the Strength card. Now you'll notice that they're all major arcana. They're all major lifestyle changes, moments of learning. That these are times where, you sit up and take notice because, things are happening. Now, let's have a look at the cards themselves. Now we have the Magician. So, is this yourself? Are you someone who has a great talent? Who's someone who's dedicated to getting things done? And that you use your mastery to create something beautiful and wonderful? And you use your intelligence and all the resources that you can and all of the energy that you have to make it the best thing that you could possibly create. And that's what magic is. Creating something wonderful out of something that maybe not. And let's move on to the Tower card. Now, have you had a lifestyle or has there been a situation that's been long-standing that has had a sudden change? And it's created chaos and the bricks in the wall came flying down and your defences are down. And things that were there before aren't there now. And the thing is that this gives you an opportunity to create a new infrastructure of how you want to go forward. So you can create whatever type of life that you want because the way that it was set up before doesn't exist anymore. So you can create a life that suits you. So there's a sense of freedom in this card, a sense of escape and of awakening to a new future, as well as the destruction of the old one. Now, let's go on again to the Empress card, and yet again, this card has a theme of creation running through it. Now, there's an abundance that's coming from this life of pleasure, of comfort, of love, of generosity, and it's not just love as in affection. There is, motherhood, creation within this reading. So there's a lot of creation happening, and it's a good life. It's one that's pleasurable and one that's you're happy with. And moving down to the strength card, this is something that you're able to master. This is something that, all of these changes has taken great courage, and it's taken patience. And the thing is that this card also reflects from the Empress too, because this is about instincts and virility, and potency. So that there's the creation of affection, of love, of life, and these two cards as well. So this is, a major lifestyle change, but it's all for the positive. These are all positive changes here. And I think that's wonderful. So let me move these cards over to the side and we'll get started on the reading. Now, you probably noticed there's a little sneaky extra card down there as well, and we'll get to that at the end. Okay, let's have a look at these cards. Now, we have the Five of Swords, we have the Four of Wands, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Now, has there been an argument or a way of thinking that you've had to debate? Something that, provokes somebody winning and somebody losing. And it could be that you are the victor in this. In fact, I think you probably are, because this is about celebration. But the thing is that in having this debate and this disagreement and this victory, that how you go about doing things within this can also affect, future events. Because it could be that these people come back around into your life, and how you've treated them then, even though you were the victor, could possibly reflect on how things go in the future. So it's a good idea to keep an eye on the bigger picture. But whatever this victory was, it's something that you are celebrating. It's great success and it's party time and it's a wonderful, wonderful moment. But then once you've had this moment of celebration, of happiness, of success, it's time to get back to work, time to get back to the grind, because this is a moment, not a lifestyle. And is there someone in your life that has had a lot of disappointments in the past? And because of that, how they react to things may be slightly hued in the negative. And it could be that, they can become deceptive. They can set out to pull the wool over your eyes. And it could be that was this the reason for the arguments, the debates, because this person, was so fanatical about getting their own way that they would do anything and be manipulative in any way possible to get what they wanted. And that is, and moving on to the next set of cards, we have the Eight of Cups, the King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. Now, that situation is not ideal. And it's not really something that you want, because that is something that you would tend to run from, because it would something that would drain all of your emotions and all of your reserves in dealing with people, possibly. And the thing is that having second best in your life is not something that you want. Because you want a life that's filled with quality, and runs smoothly. And that, the outcome of whatever it is that you're doing is valued. And you really want all of these things to become easy to control. You want an easy life, a life of quality. And could it be that that is why you're running away from this person? Could it be that this person is, where the debates have came from, and that in winning whatever argument or debate over this person is it's a great celebration. And this has been a focus for you. And it's been a heartfelt focus, because you have felt emotionally drained. You have felt that all of your good feelings towards this person has gone. And, you want to have good emotions in your life. You want the love in your life. You want the good relationships. Now, let's move down. And we have the Knight of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the King of Swords. Now, excuse me, no, you may be focused on having an easy life and focused on the good things in life, and it's something that has motivated your actions. But it's also about your passions. And you're so motivated by this good way of living that you're so fired up to achieve that focus that you're running in to fix whatever the problem is, and you want it, you want it done. But the thing is that could it be that because you were so focused on getting this quality back and so emotionally charged to do it quickly, did you maybe run in without a bigger plan? And it could be because of that, you make a few mistakes along the way. But the thing is that, you're so fired up and getting this quality life that that is your focus. That's your focus. Because these are both about focus. And you know that you have to make a decision. And it seems that, you have choices in what that decision could be. But the thing is that you don't really have all of the knowledge. You don't know all of the ins and outs of what's been going on. And in trying to make the decisions and taking actions, that you're having to choose between the knowledge that you know might not be complete, or your heart, your head or your heart. So those are the two paths that you feel are your options to follow. But the thing is because you don't know everything, could you be more inclined to follow your heart? But then comes along the King of Swords. Now, this person is all about reason and logic and truth and communication, which is, that is what the swords are about. So it could be that maybe you didn't choose your heart. Maybe you chose the logic and the truthfulness in the situation. And could it possibly be because of this person here and that all of the deception that has came from them and the method they used to get what they wanted, that you are more concerned about the truth of things and the communication. So it could be that you're waiting to make a decision instead of running in and taking action. Maybe you do hold back. Maybe you're undecided about certain things that you're finding out, and that could be part of the bigger plan that you're not aware of, the bigger plan. And you delay making a decision because you want the logic, you want to know, because you want the truth of the situation, not the deception. Okay, I'm going to move this card over here. There we go, I'll move up a little bit. There we are. Now we have the Three of Wands in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, and the Seven of Wands and the Page of Wands. Now, even though you have to make a decision, but you don't have enough information and you feel that you'd rather delay. This is about feeling confused about the information that you maybe find out. And because of that, are you maybe not making decisions that you should? And could it be that, you are putting a lesser um, a lesser effort in, or so it appears, so that you're providing a second best service. It's not the quality that you would normally provide. And it could be that maybe whatever it is that you've been celebrating is maybe beginning to fall through. Now, could it be because of this person that was in your life? Are they maybe using their devices in order to manipulate the situation? Because this card here, the Queen of Wands in reverse, is showing that there's quite a lot of vengeful actions coming from this person. It could be that you've triggered the deep-seated disappointments in this person. And you've triggered the start switch for her to rain down hell, basically, because then this person is going to begin to scheme and destroy your business plans. And it could be that, is that where the confusion is coming about, that you can't see, where all of this is coming from? Is that why you need the logic and the communication before you make the decisions? Because this person struggles to move on, struggles with personal growth. So whatever triggers you've set off, there's a good chance that this person will hold on to that and act on it. And this causes you to be defensive of all of the actions that's coming your way. And they're coming your way, they're coming quickly. Some with bells on. And you're standing up for what you believe in. You're standing up for the truth of the situation, and you're being brave and courageous in doing this against this onslaught of deception and vengefulness. Now, and moving on to the little extra card that snuck in, we have the Page of Wands in reverse. Now, having to defend yourself like this has made you extremely angry. Because, this whole thing should have been a lot easier. And the fact that it didn't happen that way, is fueled the fire of anger, basically. And it's made you feel very jaded towards this person. And it could be that, whenever you come across this person now, that, having this person in your life is really not worth your time. This person's beneath you. And this is something that you show, this is part of your anger coming out, that you make it very clear that you are a better person than this one. Okay, let's move this over to the side. And we have the Magician, we have the Tower card, we have the Empress, and the Strength card. Now, you have the will, you have the ability, you have the mastery, you have the intelligence, you have the energy and the actions to make things happen. And you have all of the resources and the cunning to bring it all together to create something wonderful. Break down those walls, cope with the backlash, set yourself free, and create a new world, a new awakening of abundance, love, generosity, of, a wonderful connection. Of pleasure, of, happiness, and you have the strength to cope with all of this. You've got the courage. And it's something that you can be quite disciplined about. You take it in your pace, you use your instincts. And it could be that, there is a nurturing side of this as well, because there is a gentleness and a compassionate side here. But you also have your instincts that you rely on and your potency to create. Well, I wish you luck in all of this creation and your strength to see through all of the adversity that's coming your way and to create this abundant lifestyle. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, and although this is a general reading, I hope that there is something in here that has spoken to you in some way and it's helpful for you in your life. Okay, Merry Christmas. Bye.